Alright guys, welcome back. This is another episode of your favorite boy, NIYI-DIY. Today we're going to do the front wheel brake pad replacement of a 2005 Toyota 4Runner. If you take a closer look, I got all the tools and all the parts I need for this project. Alright guys, before we get into the video, can you click the like button? Don't forget to leave a comment, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Once again, this is your boy, NIYI-DIY, coming right back at you with another video. And today we're doing the front wheel brake pad replacement of 2005 Toyota 4Runner. Without much ado, alright guys, let's get into the video. So first thing I'm gonna do, gonna put the jack stand, jack the vehicle up and put the jack stand under it. And before as we're putting the jack stand there, don't forget to put the wheel stopper right at the end of the wheels so that you don't want it to slide backwards. Because you're gonna be under the vehicle or you're gonna be walking around the wheel well of the vehicle, you definitely need to ensure that safety first. Very important. Then you're gonna break the nut on the wheel. For that I got the extender wrench and I got my brake bar, which I'm gonna couple with it, and then break it up. Ensure safety. You put the vehicle in park, put the handbrake on, and then also put the wheel stoppers at the back. Don't forget. And then you jack the vehicle all the way up till you get a considerable clearance of the wheel from the ground floor, from the ground. The next thing you're gonna do, put the jack stand right on the vehicle, put it in a very secured, considerable place. Because since you're gonna be under the vehicle, the last thing you want is for the vehicle to drop on you. That could be fatal. You loosen out all the bolts. Once you've taken out all the bolts, then you take the wheel out. Check it out. Now this gives us a vantage view of the brake pads. Then we can do like a physical inspection. We still got some ceramic on the metal plate, but we're still gonna take it out. So with the wheel off, I take this. I got these clippings. Take it off. So I just gotta be gentle about it. You got two of those clippings. You got that one on this side. Just take it off. Then you put it somewhere safe that you can easily reach it whenever you need it. And then you'll be able to push these rods. These are the brake pads holder, the pins. Push them out, you get it off. It's kind of difficult, so just push, give some gentle taps, and then use a claw hammer, use the end of it, or a plier, just pry it out. And then take this spacer clips, take it off. Keep it on myself. This is a 12mm to break this brake hose holder, because when you're twisting and turning, you don't want the brake hose to come off loose. Push this side. Then you just put the clip from the slot, and then it comes out. So it's kind of independent of the wheel hub frame now, so you can just take the brake caliper, take the bolts off, and then you'll be able to get to where the brake pads are. Just right here, just 17mm. Get it off. So we got this bolt, the upper one. Take it off. Alright, this on the low one, if you can see it right here. I'm gonna take it out now. Yeah, low one. So I took the two bolts that holds the caliper in place. I took it out. So the next thing, we're gonna take the caliper out. I'll take it out. Once you take the caliper out, be very careful because you don't want the brake hose lining to break. That's why I'm kind of taking it gentle. You can see it's almost out. You see the inner brake pads right there. And then we're going to take it all out and replace it. That's the old caliper right there, out. And then you can see the brake pad is already almost out. And then you're going to use the clamp just so as I said, kind of adjust the piston head, that holds the brake pads together with the rotor. So right now I've been able to take the old brake pads out. I'm kind of careful with this because of, like I told you, the brake hose lining. So the old brake pad is out, and then we got the new one. I'm just doing physical comparison between the old one and the new one. You can see the old one is kind of like almost fairly worn out. At the store where I got this, I already have like a lifetime replacement on it. So I just take this back, and they should be able to, give me, pay for the new one that I already paid. Kind of refund my money back, for the new one that I already paid for, because I got this from them, and I went in to go get this too. So right now, I'm just gonna do the replacement, just direct replacement, no need for extra thing. Just the same way you took it out, you follow the same steps, and then you same steps and procedures the same way you put it back. All right, guys, keep watching. So we're gonna put the brake pads back in there. Push this piston head, in a bit, just to make sure it clamps well on the disc, on the clutch, on the rotor disc, and then we'll go from there. So right now, I gotta put the brake caliper, put it somewhere secured. Like I told you guys, I don't want the brake hose lining to get ruptured, because it's like a copper steel or something like that. I don't want it to break. It could break easily. So right now, I ensure I put it somewhere safe. Then I put the clamp so I can press this piston head in. I'm going to do it on 4 sides. Ideally, I would normally put like a wrench across it all, and then from the center, just compress it. So I do it one time. Well, just like this. You could do it like this, do it on all 4, or you just do it the other way. Like I said, you put the wrench across, and then you just press the middle. It'll compress it, because you need that so you can adjust it to fit well on this rotor, and then you clamp the new brake pads in, and then you tighten it and bolt it up. Alright, guys, keep watching. Your boy NIYI-DIY. So we'll put the clamp on this other one too. The second one, see the first one is kind of compressed in. Yeah, that's the first one. This one I did. I pushed in well, you can see that. Very well in. Then you do that for the top. It's already going in. You do it for this side too. You do it for this side. Once you get that clearance, that space, that tolerance, you put it on the rotor disc. Put the new brake pads in. You clamp it. It's gonna adjust when you just go inside. After the brake job is done, you pump the brake pads. The fluid, the hydraulic fluid in there, it's gonna because it's piston, it's hydraulic. It's just gonna put the piston head in place and then lock it in. And that's how essentially you get your brake. So anytime you press on the brake pedal, it clamps. When you talk about fluid mechanics. Alright, guys. So if you take a closer look, you see all the pistons, all the 4 sides have been pushed in. I used that clamp, and I was able to push it in. This clamp right here, that's what I use. You could get it at the local hardware shop. You can get it. Apple Fridge, for example, this is not a paid promotion or paid order, or you could get it there. So the next thing, just put the brake pads in, and then put the bolts and the ankle lugs and all that, and then we got the brake pads set in place. Alright, guys, keep watching. So right now, I put the brake pads, the new one in. Then I'm gonna hold it in place with the bolts. So the caliper is being held in place by the bolts. Just untighten it. You can see him just using the hand, just to make sure it doesn't fall off. Like it stays in place, because it's kind of heavy. So you need to make sure you're doing what you can do to ensure that you don't interrupt what you're doing, if you know what I mean. So the next thing, just to make sure I adjust this, I make sure I get a true hole right in there. You can see through there. Go to the other side, and then I just put the stud, the lock stud, the brake pads, lock clips in. I have to get this one, new one. I think the old one fell off or something. I got it off of eBay. I'll just try to put it in. Thread it in nicely, smooth, gentle. You gotta do a little trial and error out there, because the goal is just to make sure it goes from one end to the other end and it comes out. Comes out the other, and that's it. And then we just use the clipping, then we hold it in place. That way you rest assured when you're driving, you know, you're gonna have excessive vibrations and all that of the wheel or the drive shaft component, and it doesn't fall off. Because if it falls off, you put the brake pads at jeopardy of falling off. And you know what that means. Always pay attention to details. Like I mentioned in my videos, it's very key. Pay attention to details. Pay attention to details. Very important. Very, very important. So just clip this in. Make sure it's firmly clipped in. Okay. I want to clip it into the other end of it. That's it. It's in to the other end. And then just adjust it here. Sits in well. So if it's vibrating, you rest assured, it's not gonna fall off. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Just, you know, enjoy your ride or drive or whatever you got going on. You go from one point A to B without any fear that the integrity or the structural mechanical integrity of your brake pad component is not in any way jeopardized. So do the same thing for the lower one. Just thread it in gently. Clip it in, push it in, and then you look for the clip, and then you put the clip on it. Fitting very well. So with the anchor clips, then you put the space to the rod, all the clips on it. That's gonna space it apart, and then from there, go ahead. Try this a slight observation. So before you put the rod in, you first, you know, make sure that this clipping is in there, because you're gonna slide the rod through it, you know, as well, with the brake pad. That way, you rest assured that you're doing the right thing. So you're gonna slide it in there. Just the same procedure we did earlier, and then you do this. As you can see clearly, okay, and that's it. So right now, I just slid it in through it. Then I put these anchor clips, anchor pins in there, just to hold it in place so it doesn't fall off. And that's it. Then you'll be able to like push this in, because it's supposed to be space the pads, you know. And that's it. Look at that. And that beautiful. And that lovely. Check it out one more time. Look at that. See what we're talking about? And then from there, you could just, like, you know, the brake caliper, you know, you fasten the bolts, the 17mm, both top and bottom, and then you're done with it. So the pins are in and the clippings are right there, you know, to ensure stability when you're mobile. And then you just fasten this up on top and bottom. So you apply the right torque, you torque it up. The top bottom bolt of the brake caliper of a 2005 Toyota 4Runner. That's it. Get a clear view of what we just did. I always like to inspect what I do, you know, like in the Bible. When the book of Genesis will give an account of what God did during the creation for the first 6 days, the Bible recounted He walked. I think you can find that in Genesis 1 or 2. And then on the 7th day, He inspected what He did. He said it was beautiful and He rested. You know, so we get a walk and then we inspect what we do. It's typical of everybody, whether you believe in God or not, whether you're Christian or not. Almost everybody on the face of the earth wants to do something. It doesn't even have to do with your faith. It's just your DNA, your natural, God's given DNA, because God created us all. And that, if that's what He did at creation, He walked and inspected what He did, said it was beautiful and rested. The same thing we do, whether you know God or you accept Him or not. So this is not trying to be like telling you, but just saying that some things that are just inborn, they're just in us as individuals, as humans, we do that. We get to inspect what we do, whether good or bad. It's always good we do good, because we're gonna reap what we do. And then the next thing, I'm gonna, I took this out, I'm gonna have to put it back in place, just the same way I took it out. And lock it in. Also, tighten it. And then use, because it's 12mm, you're supposed to use a wrench, just hold it in place. Family. It's firm in place. That's it. You can see the rotor. It rolls independent. It rolls independently of the brake pads. Why? Because we put the spacer to space the brake pad, and also we haven't pressed the brake pedal yet. To have a fluid build up through the piping for the fluid mechanics, the dynamic hydraulic system. Where fluid, pushes, is essentially the fluid that comes in here. This is full of fluid right here. It's full of fluid. So once you press the brake pads, it pushes the fluid from the brake system, the brake lining hoses on all 4 wheels, pushes equally, on all 4 wheels. But this is going to make a clamp at this time, so the piston is going to build up, where it's going to clamp, and then be close by or close enough, with close to a little tolerance in, especially for you to allow you to drive. And then that's it. You know what I mean? So that tolerance in allows the rotor to roll or to move about the axis, and then from there you'll be able to get your motion translate into linear motion or motion, because it could be linear, it could be circular if it let me turn the angle of the steering wheel. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is just pull the wheels back, and then we'll be done. So right now I'm about to put the wheels in, but I just have to do a last minute check to see if every member that I couple back in is in the proper place they should be. The bolts, they're in, nothing is missing, and I just put the wheels on it. It's very important to do this last minute check, because you might omit something and then you'll be able to figure it out and then go back and correct it. So right now, put the wheels back in, then we're going to drop the jack, take the jack stand up, and then we'll be done. So I took the jack stand off, then take the jack off. Alright guys, so that's it. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, I know you sure do, kind of click the like button, leave a comment, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And that's the process of changing the brake pads on the 2005 Toyota 4Runner. I do appreciate you guys for staying tuned, watching it this long. Call your friends, your family, your neighbors, your enemies, your foes, everyone. Call them, tell them your favorite boys. Right now, I brought on a new video. Your favorite boy, NIYI-DIY. Thank you guys. Do have a blessed week. Stay prayed up, stay safe, and be always guided everywhere you go. Because the times we're in is really challenging. Alright guys, stay safe out there. Do have a nice week. Thank you guys for watching. Watch the other videos. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 1 million views, 1 million subscribers. Once again, this is your boy, NIYI-DIY. Click the like button, leave a comment, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, till the next one. Bye. See you in the next one. Peace.